Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Qamar MoonBoy channel, and this is a new video for you. Do like my video so that I can create more for you by clicking on this like button, and also subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed my channel till now, and also press on the bell icon if you're not getting this notification for my channel. You will get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you.
So let us go to the next part, that is drawing the beams. So for that you have to go to draw and draw beam column. Here you have to draw beam by one, that is any kind of beam you can draw, that is arc beam or spline, or you can use quick draw beams for drawing the beams all point to points or grid to grid. It will draw all the beams. So you can use this option, that is quick draw columns. It will draw all the columns quickly, and secondary beams, it will draw quickly the secondary beams with its spacing if you give. And this is quick draw braces. If you select kind of braces, it will draw the type of brace on the sides of the column, beams and columns and braces. So we have this option here also. You can see it is draw beam, draw quick draw beams, quick draw columns, quick draw secondary beams, and we have the quick draw braces option. So let us go for draw beam option. Let me show you the first quick draw beam, because if you have a beam, you want to quickly draw a beam for, you know where the beams are coming, and you have regularly on each grid you are having the beams, then it is very easy and quickly you can draw the beams using this. So select on this quick draw beams. See that these beams are select the beam size here, and the concrete beam you are having, which beam you want to give. So here we are there in the cellar floor now. Our cellar floor and ground floor are similar. Here you have to see that here it is selected similar stories, and then you have to go for drawing of beam. So if you click on any grid, it will draw the beam. If you want to draw a continuous beam without means having any joint in between the grids, so directly from column to column, so you need to know the column positioning first. So for that you have to draw the columns first, then you have to go for the drawing beam. Anyways, in ETABS it will not affect the design or analysis of the building. So if you draw beams first or column first, the analysis results will be same. So next, go for the, here you can select continuous beam or a pinned beam, and then you can select the drawing objects controlling points as grids or points. That is, if you have taken any reference points, then it will draw point to point. So let me show you how to quickly draw the beams. So you can just let us say this size of beams are mostly in this area, means where small distances are given, like this area all the beams are this size beams. So you can select these grids, like I'll just drag these grids, and these grids will have these beams. That's 230 by 450. Or I can press Ctrl Z, and you can take from here to here totally all these beams are. Okay. Now I'll select another size of the beam, So the numbering will be done how you're drawing, like that it will take the numbering. You can change the numbering by edit option. You can go to edit and you can change the numbering also of each column and beams. So by mistake I have drawn here also one beam. So that beam I can delete it using the delete option later after drawing. After completion of drawing, go to select and delete the beam. And after drawing, if you see that the column positions are different, you can join the two beams also using the edit option, edit frames. You can go to edit, here you have edit frames option. You can join the two beams using this join frame option, or you can divide the two frames using this divide frames option. So this also possible after having a. So these are for plinth beams. Again, wherever I have not drawn the beams, I will just draw the beams using this option. So the beams have been drawn, and I will go out of the draw beam menu using this option, select option. Now I will just select this beam which is extra. You see that two frames has been selected. That is for two floor, that is cellar and ground floor, and go to edit and delete, or you can just press the delete button, it will get deleted. Okay, so let us go to the top floor, that is seventh floor, and draw beams using another kind of option, that is draw beam using this option, that is traces and beams. Okay, let us go to the plinth beam option. Go to ground floor, that is plinth floor, plinth level. Now we'll draw the plinth beams. We draw all the beams as a plinth beam, or just column to column, joining column to column. So after drawing the columns, it will be better to go for plinth beams. So let us go for the top floor. Then we will draw the beams. Go out of the draw beam menu and go to the top floor, that is seventh floor. Now we are in the seventh floor. See that the similar stories are selected. Then we can go for this option, draw beams, quick draw beams or draw beams. We go for draw beams option for drawing this curved beams, and we'll go for quick draw beams options for drawing all these different beams. So, and we will draw few of the beams like here, like we will join the beams here. So that option you can use like you can draw this option continuous beam from here to here. That is, you can use 230 by 450 for side beams, and for inside beams you can take 600 depth, because loading will be more in the inside beams. So outside beam we can use this. So let us draw the beams. So I have drawn the beams from here to here, and I will press enter. Now I'll go for selection. So you can select this beam. You will see it is drawn from this to here, not it is not divided in the center grid. So we can divide this beam using go to edit option and edit frames and divide frame. So it will divide into two frames per, or you can divide into intersection with the visible grid lines or intersection with the frame joint, or you can divide into two parts or three parts or five parts if you want. So it will divide into equal distances. So if you select this one, so I can go to grid lines, divide using grid lines, and the selection apply and OK. Now if we go and select, it will select half part, that is grid to grid, and you can see that this has been changed into two beams from one beam. So like this you can divide these beams, and you can also join these beams, select these two beams and go to edit frames and join frames. Now you can select this and it will show a single beam, that is 7 frames. So like this you can draw all the beams. Let us go and draw the curve beam. So clear selection from here, or go to select and clear selection. So it will select clear the selection, or you can go to select and previous selection. It will select the previous beam. So this is the selection option. Like this you can do here, previous selection and selection. So clear the selection. Now we will draw this beam are repetitive from here to here. So this kind of beams will come here, here and here. So let us go and draw, means continuously, means copy these beams from here to the other grids. Let us copy these beams. Sorry. I will drag from here so that these beams are selected. Now you can see these beams have been selected, and I will go to select and I will deselect the joints, because joints are also got selected. So I will deselect the joints. Go to object type and you click on the joints, deselect. Joints will be deselected, close. Now only the beams have been selected. Now you can go to edit and copy or replicate these beams. Copy, then you have to paste one by one. That is a kind of difficult thing. The option is replicate. You can replicate these beams linearly using this option. So here you have uh, every 3 meter the grid, right? So up to here you can replicate 5 times using this same 3 meter distance, right? So I can replicate 5 times in the dy direction, that is dy direction for 3 meters, right? Now I will go to this apply option, and it will show how many times it is getting means copied, replicated, and you can see exactly it is replicated. Or you can click on apply and press OK. I can see that this has been drawn in the similar flow. And copy these beams. Go to select and deselect the joints, and go to copy, then go to paste. Pasting of this is not allowed. So now clear selection, go to edit and go for paste. Give here 4 meter distance, and then press OK. It will come to 4 meter distance from here. Similarly, you copy and paste or replicate this beam here to here, like that. Again, one more thing, after doing this, you have mistakenly means given the property of this beam. Like, I have given the property of this beam as, if you right click on this, you can see I have given the property for this beam as 230 by 450. Now I want to change this beams to means inside beams, this inside beams to 230 by 600, not 230 by 450. So I can do that using this option. So before selection the depth of the beam, you have to see what sizes of frames available in the market, and based on that you have to give the design of the beam depth. So you have to subtract the slab depth from the beam bottom, so you will get the beam sides, and beam bottom will be the size of the bottom, that is 230 what I have taken. So you have 230 board and 300 board. If you are using plyboard, it is up to your design. They will cut the sizes of the ply, and they will do the shuttering in the plyboard, any size they can make. So for one type of building they will use one type of plywood. If in plywood, if you have similar type of buildings, so many buildings of similar design and similar beams, so you can make that in MS plates and you can go for shuttering. So you need to consider all these sizes. So let us change this size of beam, inside beams, which have drawn to a different size, that is 600 size, depth 600. So I'll select all these beams and I'll go to assign frame and section property. I'll assign this to 230 by 600, apply and OK. Now if you zoom in and see, this beam is 230 by 450, and which I have changed just now 230 by 600. It has changed from 230 by 450 to 230 by 600. Like that you can change the beam. Now let me draw all the beams. Now I'll select all these beams and I'll copy 1, 2, 3 times, or I'll copy 2 times, and this one I will copy and paste here, right? So let us paste this. I can go to select and deselect the joints. I am deselecting the joints, it is not required, so because it will not take 2 times the same joints. Okay, so I can go to edit and I can go for replicate in the y direction for 3 meters for 2 steps, 2 number of steps, apply, okay. So this has been copied. Again I can copy this beam from here to here, or I will just draw a dimension line from here to here. It is 28 meter, you can see, right? It is 28 meters. So I have to take, oh, sorry, so I have to copy these beams to 28 meters. So you can see this has been drawn. Now similarly in the vertical direction I'll just draw all the beams, and in the center I will take 600 beams, and all these beams I will take 450 beams. Also the inside beams also I will take 450 because it is only 3 meter distance. So let us draw this beams. So I will take this beam, or I will take quick draw beam. If we take quick draw beam, it will divide in between. So let me take draw beam. I draw from here to here. Okay. Now I need to draw. Oh, by mistake again I have drawn 450 beam. So I will select these beams and I'll change it to assign this frame section property to 600 beams. Okay, has been changed. Now let us draw all these beams to 450 beam. Okay, I'll go for this option and I will draw a arc, center, starting point, ending point. So this is a circular beam. Press enter. Now I'll take uh, 3 points arc, starting point, ending point, arc. One more, this is starting point, this is ending point, this is the arc. Press enter. So these are the curved beams. So this is the building ready with all the beams. We will draw the plinth beams after drawing the columns. So let us draw the columns first. So for columns you have to change this to all stories, and you have to start drawing the columns from the top floors. Then go for quick draw columns.